Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. Today we are in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. Again, we're reading these qualifiers of church leadership. This one today is here. It is, therefore, an overseer must be respectable. Respectable. So remember, Paul is writing to his young protege Timothy and giving him instructions for getting the church in Ephesus back on track, and he gives him a list of 14 qualifications to establish and find leaders for the church in Ephesus that would help him to get things back on track. And the list address 5 different categories in my mind: character, commitment, attributes, that's where we're at currently, leadership abilities, and faith development. And today we're going to look at the last in a string of 3 very closely related attributes. They were sober-minded. We already did that one. Self-control, that was yesterday. And then the one for today, respectable. Respectable. So what does this qualification mean? Well, this means that a leader has a good reputation that has earned him some, public credibility. But this doesn't mean that he has public credibility and then at the same time lacks private conviction. This man is not a hypocrite. Instead, he is a leader who has character both in private and in public because he cares about how he represents not just his name, but God's name. So he tends to his character both in private and public because he knows that he represents God's name, which matters a lot to him. Now, in our time, there are plenty of examples of church leaders who have lost respect. Church leaders whose sermons, by the way, I have followed and books I have read. Now, some of these men have, by the way, deeply impacted my spiritual life, but have lost public respect. And just last week, I picked up one of these books. The title of the book is Too Busy Not to Pray. It was written by a church leader named Bill Hybels. And his book, at the time, deeply impacted my prayer life. But after his fall, do you know, I can't find that book anywhere anymore? I actually looked for it the other day. There were millions of these books sold until he lost respect because of some private shortcomings. And this is a reminder that public respect is gained slowly over time and lost in seconds by small private shortcomings. So, if you want to be a leader in the church or otherwise, I would give attention not just to gaining, earning, and developing public respect, but to the small private decisions that you make that could actually unhinge it all. And as you become respectable, don't get hooked by the attention your respect might earn you. Keep at the front of your mind that this attribute is not about others respecting your name, but rather God's name. He's the one that deserves our respect, after all, isn't he? I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else today. Do that today. And with that, I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.